It depends on who's got what left. I genuinely think that if Usyk's got anything left about him, because he's, what, 36, 37.
One of the great performers, Usyk too. I'm going to knock a motherfucker out. That's it.
As well, didn't you?
Yeah, I picked Usyk to beat Fury. I remember when Usyk first moved up to heavyweight, I said he's a dark horse, don't write this guy off.
Based on who has what's left. Since Usyk is one of the best performers in the two of us, I honestly believe that if he still has anything left about him, I'm going to knock a __ out.
Match between
Did
Tyson
you do it
Fury
well?
and Oleksandr
When Oleksandr
Usyk.
Usyk first advanced to heavyweight, I recall saying, "Don't write this guy off, he's a dark horse." I also predicted the result of a rematch between Fury and Usyk. After years of dominating the sport, both fighters have worn down, and this insight raises a compelling question about endurance, adaptability, and longevity. It also sparks intense debate among boxing enthusiasts. Veteran boxing trainer Dave Coldwell highlighted a crucial aspect of the rematch between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk. The outcome largely depends on what both fighters have left in their arsenals. Coldwell's viewpoint emphasizes the need of preparation and the capacity to maintain peak performance in a sport that requires both mental and physical toughness.
It depends on who's got what left. I genuinely think that if Usyk's got anything left about him, because he's, what, 36, 37, he's been in with big men now for the last few years where it takes a lot out of your body. I know with Tony's last 4 fights, he was having injuries going into the fights with injuries. It's just, as you get to a certain age and you're just getting, your body starts breaking down, the wear and tear and the energy sapping fights that he's having against these big men. I don't know what Usyk's got left. I don't think Tyson's got a lot left. Certainly not in relation to what he was. So I think if Usyk's got a good percentage of of what Usyk is, I think he does it again.
Based on who received what was left. Since he's 36, I firmly believe that if Usyk still has anything left in him, it's because he's been fighting big men for the past few years, which wears you out. I know that Tony had injuries before his last 4 fights, but as you get older and you're just getting older, your body starts to break down the wear and tear and energy-draining fights he's having against these big men. I don't know what Usyk has left, and I don't think Tyson has much left, at least not in comparison to what he was. Therefore, I believe that if he has a large portion of what Usyk is, he does it again. When asked about the possibility of losing the first fight, Oleksandr Usyk dismissed it and emphasized the certainty of a second fight on December 21st. His calmness in the face of the pre-fight hype is a testament to his self-assurance, which reflects both his technical skill and his mental preparation for long-term success.
I know he believes that he won that fight.
My hands was here. I win. Thank you, God. But if Tyson think what Tyson win, no problem. For me, no problem. Listen, we have one more fight. 21st.
As far as I'm aware, he won that fight with my hands. Thank God. But if Tyson thinks he won, then there's no problem for me. Listen, we have on December 1st one more fight. Known for his charisma and self-assurance, Tyson Fury has shared videos of his intense training on social media, framing the rematch as his countdown to redemption. Fury has made it clear that he is committed to regaining control. Fury's redemption goes beyond simply overcoming Usyk. It also involves demonstrating that his unconventional style, size, and skill can defeat one of the most technically proficient boxers in.
Hey guys, Tyson Fury here. Back in the gym, as you can see. Counting down the days until I can get my redemption on Usyk. December the 21st is going to be my time. I've done everything in boxing, but I ain't come back from a loss. And I relish it, the chance to come back and redeem myself. Get up, December the 21st is all me. Undisputed, here we come. Hey! Hey! Hey!
Past Tyson, you're back in the gym, and as you can see, I'm counting down the days until I get my redemption on Usyk December 21st. I've given it my all in boxing, but I haven't recovered from a loss, so I'm looking forward to the opportunity to return and redeem myself. Let's get started. George Groves, a former super middleweight champion, has spoken on the argument, saying he thinks Usyk is the better fighter. The Ukrainian boxer's versatility makes him an extremely challenging opponent, especially for someone as powerful as Fury, according to Groves, who praised Usyk for his ability to outmaneuver opponents with precision and IIC mobility.
Where do you stand on that? What do you think? I know you was quite strong on that as well. I think that you went Usyk as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I picked Usyk to beat Fury. I remember when Usyk first moved up to heavyweight, I said he's a dark horse, don't write this guy off. You know, we've seen cruiserweights move up to heavyweight and dominate in previous years, and it did seem a bit unfathomable for a lot of people that he's never going to compete with the Anthony Joshuas, or people weren't even really talking about Tyson Fury, I don't think, quite at the time, or maybe he just sort of burst back on the scene beating Wilder. But yeah, I still think Usyk beats him. I think, you know, the argument is that a good big un beats a good little un, but I think Usyk is an exceptional fighter. I think in terms of their boxing ability, like, Usyk is a lot better.
Sean Porter, a former world champion and respected boxer. Where do you stand on that? I know you were pretty strong on that too. I believe you went Usyk as well, didn't you? I recall that when Usyk first became a heavyweight, I said, he's a dark horse. Don't write this guy off. At the time, many people thought he wouldn't be able to compete with Anthony Joshua, or perhaps he just kind of came back on the scene by defeating Wilder. But I still believe that Usyk is a great fighter. The argument is that a good big un beats a good little, but I believe that Usyk is a lot better in terms of their boxing ability. Former world champion and anticipated boxing expert Sean Porter has called the rematch a legitimate 50/50 bout.
I think it's Tyson Fury's fight to lose. And what I mean by that, what we could see in the first fight, he was bigger, he was stronger, he was sharper from the outside, a lot of things than Usyk. I think he had a moment where he got complacent and he paid for it by losing the fight. You know, he lost the whole second half of the fight, including the knockdown, of course. However, the thing I cannot ignore is two things: the greatness of Oleksandr Usyk and the wars and the mileage on Tyson Fury. That mileage is something that we can't measure, and the greatness of Oleksandr Usyk, we can't measure that either. So I think the first fight we knew was 50-50. It really was a 50-50 fight. Same thing with the second one, but I'm willing to bet that Tyson Fury wins this one.
Fury or Usyk?
I got Fury.
Fury.
Usyk.
Fury. Usyk.
Fury.
Fury.
I root for Usyk.
Fury.
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 Fury. Fury.
Going with Tyson Fury.
I'm betting to Usyk.
On the bet.
Though he personally favors Tyson Fury. Porter recognized that both fighters' distinct skill sets made the odds even. This viewpoint appeals to those who recognize the matchup's intricacy. Usyk's speed and accuracy versus Fury's bulk and strength. Porter's openness to either scenario illustrates how unpredictable and intriguing this rematch is.
Have to be a little bit more focused and a little bit more smart to get the victory. As it would seem, my rematch with people is always ends up one way. I always end up knocking them out in the rematch. Whoever I've faced more than once has been knocked out in the rematch. So I'm envisaging something similar in the second fight with Usyk. All I can do is prepare well, train hard, eat well, go to bed early, wake up early, do the right things, listen to people around me, and the rest is in God's hand.
I think it's Tyson Fury's fight to lose, and what I mean by that, what we could see in the first fight, he was bigger, he was stronger, he was sharper from the outside, a lot of things. Than Usyk, I think he had a moment where he got complacent, and he paid for it by losing the fight heat.
I certainly think Tyson will go for the stoppage this time. I think that he'll try and utilise his size. I think he'll do everything he can to try and tire Usyk out in the first 6, 7, 8 rounds. The trouble is if Usyk's still there, then it gets problematic. But I think that's what Tyson's got to do. Can he outbox him at times? I mean, he's got to get his concentration bang on. That's the first thing with Tyson. I think if he comes in a bit heavy, Shane McGuigan was saying to me a couple of days ago that if Tyson comes in heavy, it's the worst possible thing because he won't be able to move as quick and he won't be able to deal with Usyk's footwork. But look, I think Sugar Hill's coming for the knockout. So I think Fury will come in a bit bigger. I think they'll try and utilise that size advantage. They'll normally say a good big guy beats a good little guy, but you know, Usyk's an exceptional little becoming bigger guy.
Lost to complete the whole second half of the fight, including the knockdown, of course. However, the thing I cannot ignore is the two things: the greatness of Oleksandr Usyk and the wars in the mileage on Tyson Fury. That knowledge is something that we can't measure. And
it seems He's smaller, but he seems quicker and faster. You know, he throws good combinations as well. I don't know as far as who winning. I always say, man, may the best man win. But hopefully those guys get in the ring healthy and they get out of the ring healthy and give the world a great fight. It's good to see unification in the heavyweight division. You know, it hasn't happened in a long
And the greatness of Oleksandr Usyk, we can't measure that either. So I think the first fight we knew was 50/50. It really was a 5-0-5-0-5, same thing with the second one. But I'm willing to bet that Tyson Fury wins this one among boxing fans' predictions for the Fury Usyk.
Rematch clause come from your side, not mine. Stop whining and ducking. Be a man. In the contract or vacate the belt. I need undisputed. And not to play your stupid game.
Rematch are as divided as ever. Social media polls and forums reveal an almost even split, with one camp favoring Fury's raw strength and experience, while the other champions Usyk's technical mastery and undefeated record.
Hey, my friend Greedy Belly, continue training. I'm rest, brother. I know. You hard work. It's good. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Greedy Belly. You my friend. You are my friend.
Fury has made it clear that he intends to win the rematch by knockout, highlighting his resolve and dedication. His belief in his capacity to dominate both intellectually and physically is reflected in his confidence in getting a KO.
To clear up a controversy or debate, we all know that you publicly accepted 70-30, which people thought was incredible that you would make the fight. No way that fight doesn't happen at 70-30. And then Fury said that there was a rematch clause that was the poison pill. What was the actual reason after accepting 70-30 that the fight was still not able to be made from your perspective?
Його команда пропонувала рематч, а не моя команда. Хай не бреше вже, задовбав.
Let him stop lying. It was his team who asked for the rematch.
Знаєте, Тайсон Фюрі хотів боксувати з Усиком, але без Усика.
He wanted to fight Usyk without Usyk.
What?
As fans wonder if Fury can keep his word, his audacious forecast heightens the suspense of the bout. I need to be a little more focused and a little smarter to win, because it seems like I always end up knocking people out in rematches. Those who have gone up against me more than once have been knocked out in rematches, so I'm hoping for something similar in this second fight with Usyk.
It couldn't have, whatever. Could have been a draw, who knows? But I haven't got the decision, and I'm not going to cry about it. We'll regroup. I'll have an holiday, go home, speak to the wife and kids, and I'll see what I want to do. You know, I ain't boxing in here because I've got no money. I box it because I love it. Do you understand? I'm 36 in a few months, and I've been boxing since I've been a child. So it is what it is. Where does it all end? You have 100 fights and brain damage in a wheelchair? I'm not sure. But the one thing is, all the time I'm still loving the game, and I was having fun in there, I was really enjoying myself, then I'll continue to do it. And when I can't do that anymore, I'll pack it up.
Congratulations.
Thank you, everybody.
I think to analyse this properly, this is the best opponent that Tyson's been up against. But, you know, Tyson's got a lot more advantages than Usyk in size, he can box, and he can punch as well. So, you know, Tyson on his A form should come through this fight with the undisputed champion.
I've seen some people suggest that it could be a boring fight, a bit of a chess match. How do you respond to that?
The public will be looking at his last fight. Well, listen, the last fight was against a fighter who's never had a fight before. He's not interested in it. This is a different ball game. This will be a fully focused Tyson, and I expect to see the best Tyson, because the best Tyson will get the job done. Anything less than the best Tyson